All right, we're going live on Facebook as well as recording. Watching everybody come in. This is great. Amazing. Hey, I'm going to do some shout outs. We've got some of our new people here. We've got Joseph and Joey, who are going to be our guests. We've got Rob and Julie. I'm assuming Julie's sitting somewhere next to you, Rob, right now. We've got amazing to have your question in that group there, Rob. Bill Hanneman's joined us as well. Joey Martin's in the house. The big dog is here. Johan, of course, the CEO with Comet Suite. Scotty Baker's in the house. Legend. Love to have you with us, man. Joey Tran making big waves over there.
What's going on?
Hey, man. Great to see you. Yvonne's joining us as well. From Pack Gas. Amazing to have you guys with us. So great to have everybody coming in. This is going to be a pack session. I'm going to keep letting people in as well. Johan, you want to say hi?
Hello, everybody. Good to see you all. It's been
I'm going to teach you how. I'm going to
let me just mute a couple of people here. I've got a little bit of background noise there, guys. I'm just going to mute a couple of folks as we're going through. Let me just make that happen as we're doing there as well. Cool. Done.
You can make
Welcome to the first day of spring. If you're in Australia, if you're in the States, guess what? It happens tomorrow. We're already in the future for you guys. I won't tell you what happens, but it's a celebration down here. First day of fall for you guys, of course. So welcome to a brand new month of opportunity. And we are looking forward to it. And I think there's no better way to kick off a brand new month of opportunity than learning about harmonics in your marketing. So we're going to have the most amazing presentation coming in for you guys in just a few minutes. Letting a few people in. Pete Dwyer's in the house. Pete, who is the CEO of Comtest, running some amazing things with electrical companies across the world and growing there. We've got Nick coming in. Nick, who's working with Tim Beanland to create content for folks and making amazing things happen for businesses around Australia and the world. Amazing, guys. What a cool person. What a cool group of people to have join us on our call. So great to have us. Johan, you want to do our introduction for our special guest?
Awesome. Guys, I'm so excited to present Joseph Kahn from HumJam today. He's going to be teaching us about how to harmonize your marketing campaigns to the top organic to get top results, more traffic, close more deals, save more money. I'm so excited for this presentation. We get so many questions around, hey, how do we do SEO? I get 1,000 calls a day about SEO and all those sorts of things. Joseph's going to, show us how all of it is done and how to do it properly. So over to you, my friend. Thank you so much. As always, Walt and myself will probably interrupt you in the middle of the presentation, so don't mind that. And guys, feel free to do the same. At the end, we'll have about 5 minutes. We will honor everybody's time and finish on the dot at 10 o'clock our time, so on the hour. Thank you, guys. Over to you.
Awesome. And we also have Joey Trent. So he's going to be also unmuted on here as well. He's my CEO. And so I'm kind of the SEO guy. And here's kind of the interesting thing. Just I'm going to go over this really quick since we have a lot of material, but I've been doing this a long time. I know I look young. They're like, oh, you look sexy and young, but this should be white like Santa Claus, but I have beard dye. So, but I've been doing this for a lot.
As Batman and Robin. I'm his Robin. He's Batman.
Yeah, definitely. So we've been doing this a long time, and kind of our biggest claim to fame that we're going to be talking a little bit about and showing you some details about is Looney Tunes. I mean, most of you guys have seen Donald Duck. This is what I grew up on. So we are lucky to be kind of the people driving this, multi-million-dollar Cartoon Network and keywords. We rank for thousands of keywords for all kinds of stuff. So, and Joey, this is me. We also are the real deal when it comes to digital marketing. We've worked projects for Cox. Won 2 Microsoft awards. One is kind of up there. We've been in Inc. 500 magazine. We've been in various awards. There's Joey Smith up there. There's Panda Express, John Maxwell, Deloitte, IBM. This is who are our clients. This is who we consult with. But what we love, our heart, is agencies, is people trying to do this work and get this done, because as you guys know, and as we know, there's enough work for everybody to go around. So we can't do all the work.
Yeah, and we love helping other people more than anything.
And speaking of which, this is Joey.
Hey, Joseph, you want to hear a funny statistic?
Shoot it.
Yeah.
In Australia, we have 2,986 digital agencies supporting 3 million businesses. How insane is that?
Can't be done. Can't be done. You need more. We need more. We got to train more. We got to get more.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Joey Trend over here, as you hear him chime in, has got a lot of experience, even though he's fairly what you would call millennial on that side of the equation, because he knows all those secret tips and tricks and stuff that I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I'm the growth hacker type.
He's a growth hacker, but he's a certified mixologist if you need a really good drink.
I can also fix a drink.
In any case, we like having fun like you guys do, but here's an example kind of just of some of the things we're going to talk about today of using SEO in this way, $6,500 smackers, meaning, so some of the things that we talk about of doing research for, even with your clients, is we want to focus on, especially when we're harmonizing, what's the LTV? What's the lifetime value of your client that you're serving, meaning what is the product? And even if you're selling your CRM solution, if you're selling getting leads, if you're selling SEO, you want to start here. What's your lifetime value? And that's how we harmonize everything. And so we look into kind of what we can target. You see, we're ranking for #1 in all the search volume, but the key is to hit that one article, that one SEO listing that's targeting that right customer for $6,500 smackers. That makes sense. So now, just to remind everybody here, I got a cheat sheet at the end that's going to give away all of these cheat sheets. So you definitely going to want to stay to figure out how to get these, but I'm going to talk about that here in a second. But at the end, we'll give all these away to you. Most of the people who work with, like Johan was saying, you know, they're when it comes to SEO, like we were talking to a digital marketing agency, Joey and I just yesterday, and as soon as we brought up this word, they're like, be quiet. We don't want to hear that technical stuff. Like they were giving this pushback. We're like, what's the animosity to SEO? Like what in the world happened to these people? And what it is that they think it's super difficult, super hard. You have to be, you know, because there's so many people pitching all these difficult concepts. So hopefully we're going to demystify the most important part of that today, and you're going to gain some value out of it today.
Yeah, that's why we try to simplify things.
And we're going to simplify this today. So to help you go from failing to get, you know, I use cats, and the reason why I use cats, maybe this is a tip for everybody. If you put this in your videos or your reviews, cats work for engagement, meaning people, I'll be doing a video and a cat will fly across the screen. It's easy to add a flying cat on your demo videos, and it increases people watching your videos. So cats work.
Plus, it just puts a smile on your face. I know it gets me smiling.
Anyway, so there's 9 clear steps here, but we're going to cover kind of the first 3. And in any of our harmonic campaigns, okay, no matter what, most of the people that we work with skip this phase. They don't do the discovery phase. They go right into, I want to sell my lawn care business, or I want to, you know, they tell you that, but they skip the phase of, well, let's do some keyword research. Let's look at your competition more closely. Let's analyze if you've got the right strategy or the right keyword, the right keywords, the right KPIs, the right thing that you're trying to do. Most people are like, I'm just building a community. Why are you building that community?
Yeah, you can't fly blind. You need the map. You need, you know, to know the direction you're heading.
Exactly. And what we're not going to cover today is this action phase, because there's a lot of stuff from setting meta tags to setting objects and different things like that. And again, this training today, I'm going to try to squeeze this in the 55 minutes we have, but this is 9 to 10 hours worth of material. So this is going to be very difficult. Johan's like, hey, in 2 days, can you show up and like make maximum impact? It's like, yes, we can. And so that's kind of our tactic here. And then
we're surrounded by a lot of smart people, so they'll get it.
That's great. That's great.
Awesome.
So the results phase, of course, is kind of where we start. We start backwards in, meaning what are the KPIs, the critical or the key performance indicators, like, you know, visits, density, not density, difficulty, you know, stuff like that. We want to know that. That's in that growth phase. So this is basically on a screenshot here is our harmonic thing. And of course, as you guys know, you know, using Comet Suite is a channel into that messaging and communication system. Okay, that's a channel, just like harmonic SEO. If you're not providing that, that's a significant amount of money that you could be bringing into your clients and adding value. And I'm going to show you some real quick ways and quick wins that you can do with your clients today. Harmonic SEO or social media. That's where Joey is with our business. He handles that part of our operation. But all these things have to work together. If your client wants to have maximum impact, whether they're a dentist or whether they're a chiropractor or whether they're another digital agency like yours, apply these 3 things plus a tool like Comet, you're insane. Like they
all go hand in hand. Web development helps out social media, helps out SEO, helps out your paid presence. All of that goes into conversion and goes into growing your leads and all of that. And once all that's working in harmony, that's when you see some real magic happen in your business and get maximum results from all 3 different sectors of those marketing campaigns.
And we call this the power chord of marketing, meaning you add these three. Any one by themselves is a good note, okay? But you add the second harmony, the third harmony, now you're cooking with gas. You go from 2-time results to 10-time results because it's an exponential difference. It's not just 1 + 1 + 1 = 3. When you add these harmonies together, it's 1 + 1 = 10.
It's
swear.
multipliers.
Yeah, it's
like
multipliers.
3 × 3, you know?
Yeah. So today, what we're going to cover, and again, the most important part of this to me, and you see this 3, the discovery is in all these. We begin each phase, whether we're doing social media or whether we're doing CRM or whether we're doing any of these power chords, we start with these 3 things, and I'm going to teach you today. Okay. So I'm going to teach you our formula, how we do this, whether it's Chuck Jones, Bugs Bunny, Microsoft, Deloitte, IBM, makes no difference. This is how we started. I'm going to teach you exactly how we started. Okay. And how we're ranking them for thousands of keywords and making them so much money. And again, remember, I'm going to give you this if you just stick to it. All right. So this is harmonic SEO, which is basically kind of taking that topic. And again, you've got the 3 power chords. The topic applies to all 3 power chords. That means your email automation campaign. That means the blog post you're writing. That means your landing page. That means everything. Meaning it has to be in harmony with the topic. That's what harmonic SEO is you start with the topic. So, and again, we're going to show you where to go from that. But with the topic, what does that mean? You got to start with the mind of the searcher. So literally, we sit down at Google and pretend to be the searcher. We go, we talk to the client. I know we're all agencies here, and we talk to the client. We say, what are you trying to achieve? And they say, we want more Bugs Bunny paintings to be sold. Okay. And so we're like, okay, so I've got to pretend and get in the mind.
Now you got to put yourself in the mindset of, you know, what's my customer profile? And that goes into your customer research. But yeah, basically that is part of what you need to be thinking to create content around and to create your sales pitch and your message on your page around.
Yeah, and we're going to do this. We're going to jump into and actually we're going to show some actual physically doing this stuff. So the harmony starts with the right keywords. I mean, if you're not doing keyword research, hopefully this will be enlightening for you. It's really simple. It's really easy to do. We're going to say this many times, humjamtools.com. All of our tools are going to be on that sheet. I'm going to show you several today, but all of them will be on that sheet, including this screenshot. But we always start here. It's our go-to. If our client says, hey, can you blah, blah, blah? I don't care what they say in their mouth. And if I'm watching TV or whatever, I have this tool on the ready. And why do I have it on the ready? I want to see the competition. I want to see how many people are searching for it. If somebody says fill in the blank, if somebody says Comet suite, I'm going to instantly take that to my keyword. I'm going to see how many people are typing it. What's the difficulty on it? And if I can be an affiliate, then I'm going to put a web page up on it, especially like you see the keyword difficulty. If it's low right now, I can get in on that. Okay, that's just another traffic tactic. Hopefully you understand that. But the key is where does it start? The harmony start on this. Now, here's step 1. And so I'm going to cover these 3. We're already 14 minutes into this. So again, we got 10 hours to cover here in material. But the key here, we're going to give you the stuff that we actually do that actually works. So again, this step 1 is define those revenue targets. That's step 1. And this is a part of a course we're teaching right now for Shopify e-commerce agencies. That's what you're watching right now, is a course that we're in the middle of creating.
A little
and that's
demo.
So you're getting a little bit of snapshot of that, but if you're looking to sell sneakers, or you're looking to sell lawn care, or you're looking to put leads into dentistry, makes no difference. I know you guys serve all kinds of targets. You're going to want to know, what is that keyword target? What is the revenue target? And the biggest thing we hear from agencies is, I don't know what the correct words are. We see people creating content and going, look at this beautiful content. Okay. And then you type it in, you go, you're not ranking.
Yeah, beautiful content and spending money on content that doesn't rank is a waste of time and money.
Yeah, we're always cleaning up after agencies that create great content, but totally miss the mark on keywords. You're like, what were you targeting? They're like, well, they mentioned something. We're like, did you know nobody's looking for that? And they're like, wait, what? And you're like, dude, if we just gave you this tool, you could find out within 5 seconds, are people looking for what you're creating content on? And here's our rule of thumb. Do not create the content if nobody's looking for it. That's your primary rule of thumb. And if there's people looking for it, go for it. Okay. Okay. So here's our steps. So if you're writing down the steps, this step one is these 3 easy steps, and we're going to do this together. But the first step is I go right to Google itself and I pretend to be the person. Okay. So if you're meeting with your clients and you say, hey, dentist, you know, I'm going to pretend to be what are the things that what are their problems? What are their challenges? What are their things? So you're going to go to Google and type that in. Okay. That's step one. Step two is kind of what are your products and types? So if it's dentist and you know braces, if you know fillings, if you know crowns, or you know that kind of stuff, and you also want your client to rank for that, do it again. Okay. Because what we're doing is we're building a set of keywords that look and get, again, this to find revenue targets. The only criteria here is does that content look like what I'm trying to do? And hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Meaning if you do this research on your own with Google and you type in the keyword and you look down there and you go, these 10 words that show up, these 10, we call that SERP, okay, search engine ranking page. When you look at that and those 10 there is not your content, is not what you're trying to create, doesn't look like you at all, do not do it. Back away. You chose the wrong product, you chose the wrong topic, you chose the wrong thing. Meaning if nothing that looks like you, acts like you, talks like you showed up in those results, chances of you getting in those results is going to be very slim. Because everything now in Google is based on topical relevance. It's based on NLP, which stands for that natural language processing. Semantics matters a lot now. I don't know if you've seen this, but in technology, we focus on that Google NLP. We focus on what's semantically related. Not all backlinks are equal these days. Meaning if you get a big backlink and it's not the right topic, it could hurt you.
If you're a travel website and you have a lawn care backlink or vice versa, that's not going to help you whatsoever.
So that's why it matters that you do this topical research and hone in on the topic. Now, it's action 3 is we're going to match the keywords to pages. Okay, so we find all of our keywords and you're going to see this spreadsheet that we're going to give you is based on, I'm sure y'all have heard tofu, mofu, bofu. Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. Some people are like, are you speaking tongues? Like, but it stands for top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel. Okay, and top of the funnel is like keywords where you don't really know, you're just kind of looking around. And the middle of the funnel is, you know, you're looking for, say, a CRM or a lead solution or whatever, you just don't know what. And then bottom of the funnel is, I'm looking for Comet Suite reviews. I'm looking for reviews. You know, I know the solution, but I need to compare it to something. You know what I mean? That's bottom of the funnel. So when we're looking at this, we want to look at, now you'll see on the spreadsheet here in a second, top of the funnel is what are people just looking at in general for your topic. Bottom of the funnel, middle of the funnel, which is they have an idea. I'm into CRM. Top of the funnel could be, I want to create increased clients. Middle of the funnel could be, I need a CRM. Bottom of the funnel could be, I'm looking at Comet Suite versus another competitor. That's the way that works. And that's what I want you to do in step 1. Is that clear? Because if you do that in step 1, you're going to get so much data that's going to help us with the next step, which is getting the competition. So that's the first step. Now, action 1 is finding those seed words. What do I mean by seed words? That's the head terms, the primary term. So if you're lawn care, your seed term is lawn care. Okay. And guess what? There's so many different variations. I'll show you a screenshot of that. There's so many, not a screenshot, but an actual research project that we have going here.
There's a million ways to make $1, especially online, you know?
As you see, local lawn care. Okay. You see this 32,000 searches, estimated visits. This is high competition. Again, we're going to come back to this. But look at all the different variations. Okay. And if we're going to do this research, this is one tool. We're going to show a couple of tools. But all these tools, all keyword tools generally kind of go in the same vein where you're looking for the number of searches and you're looking for competition. Okay. Guess what? If it's low competition and it's high volume in searches, that's definitely something we want to target because we're going to make our clients happy with that. That's going to make them happy because you're going to now show up in Google for it. Meaning if it's low competition and there's visitors and it's the product that they're looking for, that's why we match now the keywords to the product pages, as you'll see. So we're looking for these keywords. We start with local lawn care, and then the local lawn care is going to then kind of weave its way down to lawn care maintenance for small yards. You know what I mean? Like that tail will go out, and again, it'll be easier the longer that goes. Okay, and that's kind of what we're doing in this research. Again, we're going to show you an example. Here's the do no go. So tofu, mofu, bofu is also in Google's mind, do, no, go. What does that mean? Do. Are you trying to do something transactionally? If you're putting your mind in the searcher, are you trying to do something? Are you trying to know something? What's the informational query? And go. Google will subject this. If it's a go query, that means the map pack. Some of you are local agencies, you do map pack. This go query, any go keywords like near me, like lawn care near me, we want our client to be in the map pack. Okay, so we're going to do go queries because in our research of keywords, we're going to say this is a go query, which means this should be in our Google business that we sell our client. Does that make sense? Because we identified a go query. There's a map pack. We are going to identify that. That's going to cost you extra money. You know, like you can charge your client for that. We're in this research. You're going to see stuff that you didn't know that you had available to actually get done for your client. So in this process, again, once you put in your headwords, even into Google, you're going to get a ton of, and y'all have seen this, right? Questions also ask, people also ask. Even in the, if I go over to Google, what you're going to see, yeah, let me. Here we go. Is if I typed in lawn care, look at all those keywords below the statement. You see the near me, San Diego, San Marcos, that kind of stuff. That's what I'm talking about. This is triggered automatically, and all these are keywords. Those are keywords that you will, and I'll show you in a second, want to capture and want to target for your clients. These are all probably keywords that we'll see in our tools, how much traffic is coming there, how much, if it's something we should target. And generally speaking, lawn care San Diego, this is where we're going to do our competition and make sure that we take that keyword and add it to our San Diego page, and then make sure we target that page. Hopefully that makes sense. But just doing lawn care, and I'm gonna hit enter just to demystify that. The words lawn care apparently is a navigational term, you know, and I guess it could be because you're thinking local, like nobody's going to do lawn care across the country, right? So even words like that, and every niche is going to be different. This is a triggering a map pack. Okay, just typing in that word. Lawn care near me. Look at that. That's right there, and that's even in our keyword research. Is going to trigger another map pack, but different. It's going to trigger different people in a different map pack, even though it's kind of the same map pack. But why did you get different results? Because they targeted the keyword properly when they did the research. So that's why the research is really, really important to make sure, like Atlanta, you see targeting lawn maintenance, lawn care, Atlanta, Georgia. Again, that's going to be, I'm going to need a page for that. A separate page. I'm going to need a page for lawn care, lawn and
also
garden
look
care
how
needs.
much value is there. 210 clicks
Oh, yeah.
at $39.
Yeah, those of you who are doing the paid advertising, this is also critical because look at this. This was one of the things that we sold this client on, Lawn Service Atlanta, but look at the click cost. $55 a click for that. So if you're providing SEO for that, that's worth a lot of money. Like, and this overall value of keywords that we're providing for the client is, since we're grouping them all up using this technique, is over $97,000 in traffic costs if they paid for these using pay-per-click that will help them get using SEO. So SEO will help them get that amount of traffic without paying for it. But look at the pay-per-click. If you were a pay-per-click advertising, these are the traffic, these are the keywords. You could go get clients for them right now using this technique. So we're going to go through long tail. We'll look at that. But what I was just saying is you take those keywords now, like lawn care Atlanta, and you add it to your local page. If you're a sneaker shop and you're like Adidas, you know, sneakers, you're going to add it to your product page or your collection page. See, if you're Shopify, you have something called collection page. If you're WooCommerce, you have something called categories, and meaning it's the same thing and it's the same process. You take the keywords and then you match them down to the actual pages. And I'll show you, you know, kind of how we do this here in a second. So this is the goal.
Quick question,
Yes.
Joseph.
Yes.
Back in the day, I remember all the websites down the bottom, they used to have lawn care Melbourne, lawn care Chatston, lawn care Geelong, lawn care, and they try and keyword spam the entire thing in their footer by having all of the, you know, lawn care and all these other pages there.
Yeah.
Please tell people that doesn't work anymore.
It doesn't work
Not
anymore.
at all, but we see it all the time.
See it
Awesome.
all day long, but that's called keyword stuffing, and that's the Panda algorithm that's been ousted a long time ago, and it's getting more. I don't know if y'all seen the new content update just like within the last couple of weeks. That's a Panda update. Okay, that same algorithm that gets rid of keyword stuffing and spammy stuff has now got the MUM algorithm, which is more based on this new machine learning kind of system, which recognizes real words and real writing. So you got to be, when you create this content, it's got to be quality. So and stuffing at the bottom is not targeting an area, and creating content around that area is what we do for local businesses, not stuff. That doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? So if you got these areas, you want to make sure to create content specifically.
You need
for those areas.
individual targeted pages for those areas.
Yeah,
not
Google wants to
just-
see content.
yeah.
They don't want to see links, you know, or spam or whatever. So that's great that you jumped in on that. That definitely doesn't work when you do that, but you can do it correctly and still target those areas correctly. So find your keyword targets is this first step. And then this is if we have time at the end. Okay, I'm gonna go through kind of a little demo at the end, but this will take a little bit. So let me go over to, just keep going here real quick. I'm looking at the time because I definitely want to get you into the next thing, and we'll do them all at the same time. So this is that step. First formula. It starts with keyword research. Okay, the very first thing you do is put that in and start with the keywords research. And this, if you're writing down, this is the task to do. Start with brainstorming using Google. Make sure to download the spreadsheet. And I didn't show the spreadsheet because basically when we go over the demo, the spreadsheet will be I'm going to give you a real SEO checklist that we use that goes through everything from monitoring to basic review to on page, where you can literally just copy this per client. I'm going to give you this, but I'm also, when you get your keywords that you figure out, tofu, this is a middle of the funnel, you just go ahead and put these in and you capture their keyword difficulty and their traffic. This is what we use to determine if we're going to create a page around it. Now, some of y'all may use Funnelytics to kind of design kind of mind maps of your stuff, you know, or your funnels. This makes a good way to do that. But basically we capture the keyword. And these are the two things that I know Joey and I use more than anything else. There's so many different things, is keyword difficulty and the traffic. That's all we need to know. And we're going to focus on the ones that we can hit easier, meaning the ones with the lower keyword difficulty with the higher traffic. Like that's how we're going to sort. But when we're doing the research, go ahead.
Sorry, man. Can I just confirm the tool that you were using that had like all of those stats and things, was that SpyFu?
No, I do have SpyFu up there. I'm going to use this for the competition.
Oh, cool. Okay. What was the keyword tool that you were using?
This is all tools can go humjamtools.com, but this is it's keyword finder inside of Mangles.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah, it's like Mangles bought that one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and they use in their tool set, but we use this because it's super easy to just pull out and have on a tab. And then anytime somebody says something to us, like just give me a keyword, just say something.
Running shoes.
So yeah, so if you're like, if the client says running shoes, we have this open in our meetings and we look at it together as an agency, and we say, what does your clients want? And they say, that's how Bugs Bunny painting, we made a $6,500 sale. Because we sat with the client and we said, what are your client looking for? And they gave us a very specific objective that we wrote content around, and the best content. So meaning if we knew the target, we knew what they're looking for, and we knew the value of it, you could write a piece of content to target that. That's what was so cool. Like this is literally like crosshairs in research, meaning, so running shoes, we see here that this is really competitive, right? Because look at the competitor. This is that competitive research. We were looking at this, we're going, Nike, Runner World. And if we looked at the top 10, I'd go, I don't have anything like that. I can't compete there. Now, that doesn't mean that that's not your seed word. This could be your seed word, running shoes. That doesn't mean that you're going to rank for that, but that means that everything around that, what we would do is we'd want to maybe sort this. And so we see a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in here because these probably are actual shoes like that. I don't even know.
No, that is an actual shoe.
Yeah, so
that's a Nike shoe.
Yeah, so here's what I would do. I would just go here and then go, can I rank for that? Because that if I had a Shopify store, and that pushed me where, what was that?
Guys, when you're sitting in front of a person who's an expert at this stuff, I'm going to open it up for 2 minutes to ask him questions to make sure that this is making sense. Because I know sometimes we can all get very technical. And so Thomas Johnson, I saw you ask a question there. Go for it. Ask us, because everybody else is thinking the same things that you are.
Yeah, that's
My
a really great
was
point.
actually answered in the chat. Joey responded. My question was related to nationally, because my company operates nationally, and Joey he provided some great insight. He mentioned that I should be targeting regions. I think that's IMO. If that's IMO, right?
Yeah, in my opinion.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so basically, different, like, let's say LG for sales, you're selling countertops, and typically there's a northeast region and a northwest region, but that's something you would want to dig into. If you didn't kind of know the clusters of where your customers already were, then I guess you would want to research your competitors and see which regions they were targeting. Is something I would do. What do you think, Joseph?
Yeah, totally, 100%. But what I do if it's local, like on the local lawn care, I just go in here and select a different, or we have clients that we have kitchen clients in the United Kingdom. So when we're doing a search, we make sure to choose that area, because that can make a difference when you're doing your keyword research, to make sure that you localize. And in SEO Power Suite, we use this tool because this will allow you to even hone in on the Atlanta area. Meaning when I do my searches using this tool to find, because it uses the Google Keyword Planner, which is another tool you can use, and Search Console, but you can basically hone in on just the local area if you're looking for keywords. So if we're doing local research, we don't look globally. We definitely hone it specifically to that targeted local area. Hopefully that makes sense.
And Joey, just for context, I'm a service-based company, so I'm not sure if that makes a difference or not.
Definitely, that sort of means that anywhere that you provide services, you can target specific, cities, counties, states. You can do all that. So basically, you would just start from North America, Northeast region, or and then start your silo that way, and then move it down to, these specific service areas that you have specific pages for.
Got it. So that means I have to create specific pages for each service provided, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Thanks.
And don't worry, and with that said, don't worry about duplicate content. Meaning, don't worry if you have to use some stuff that's duplicated from another page. The duplicate content part of it's not the issue. Okay, as long as, meaning if your intro and outro are we provide this service or whatever, and then the middle guts of it has to do with the area and that kind of thing, that's okay. I mean, don't worry about if you have to repeat some things
like
from
your
service
headers,
page
your
to service page.
footers, your guarantees.
Yeah,
that stuff is all good.
Yeah, all your trust emblems, all your trust statements, even testimonials from page to page, it's okay to use them from page to page, meaning that's, we haven't seen any downplay in ranking from doing that. We do, like Johan said, we do see downplay from stuffing areas in your page. That doesn't work, okay? But having multiple pages to target specific areas is definitely a way to go, to definitely be listed in those, because you can title. The key here, is the title tag, is the H1 tag. So if those H1s have the name of the place and the name of the service in it, those are the ones that's going to rank at the top of Google. Hopefully that makes sense.
Hey, how important is having a video on the page, because it keeps people longer there?
Extremely. It's great. We've ranked really good pages, adding a YouTube video in complement, and add the schema to it. Meaning if you add the video schema to the page with the video, it increases that and engagement on the page. That's why you see we generally use Divi for our agency, only because Divi statistically is better for SEO. We know we get arguments about this, but we believe it's statistically better for SEO because there's lots of engagement. There's a lot of parts.
And I like saying more media, more money. You know what I'm saying? The more media you have on the page, the YouTubes, the infographics, all that original content is where it's at.
And the table, listen, don't write another article without a table of contents. You know what I mean? Because the table of contents not only contains keywords, but it contains interaction. I mean, somebody's going to click to go to it, and that interaction is definitely going to help with what you're doing. I know we could talk about SEO all day long on different topics, because this keeps going deep. As you see, there's 27 steps here.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to ask one last question.
Yes.
Mr. Peter Dwyer, how much, if you don't want to tell us, you don't have to. Contest, you guys do SEO? You do pay-per-click?
We have in the past. We don't do at the moment. From this, as I've just told to you, we've got a fair bit that we need to do. The question you posed before is people understanding this. From my point of view, it's terrific. So great
Cool.
presentation, guys.
Until we realized we actually stopped trying when we realized how much it was fun.
Sorry, we didn't hear you. Well, anyway, continue, Joseph.
Oh, cool. Awesome. So the
Love
second
the
step.
feedback.
Yeah, thanks for the feedback. Yeah, to get through these are 3 steps of 27. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But some of the steps are implement the on-page formula, meaning make sure your header tag, your alt image tag. Like in SEO, it's so boring because there's literally just 5 things that'll rank your page. Just 5 things. And y'all probably already know it. Your header tag, your image, alt text, right? Y'all are doing that. Your title, that kind of stuff. There's like 5 things. And if you get those right and your keywords right, you're going to rank every time. It's not magical formula to be SEO. It's not. Like somebody type in top SEO stars right now, you'll find my page. Why? Because it was a challenge. That's why you see top SEO star in my thing. The reason why I put that there is because somebody said, can you rank for top SEO star? I'm like, I don't know. Let me see. And I don't even know if it's even ranking though. Wouldn't it be crazy if I looked down and I'm like, you're not even ranking for that? That would be so funny.
Joseph, I got a question.
Yes.
How often do you got to swap out keywords? Is that something like you got to keep doing that monthly?
You're saying swap. Yeah, go
So
ahead, Joe.
here's the thing. So when it comes to creating content, you want to typically just have 1 to 2 a week, but that really depends on the size of your business. But in other words, you want Google and the search engines and social media platforms as well to know that your business is still alive. And the way you do that is by, doing, a weekly update or, 2 weekly updates, anything that keeps it moving. So each time you write a new blog post, you target a new keyword, and then over time, you'll start to stack up these keywords and your traffic will build up month to month. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay. So, okay. How do you suggest writing a blog twice a week?
Well, so that could be a blog, that could be a new page. In other words, Google just wants you to see that your business is building and that your website is growing. So you could add another service. You could
Even
create a
update a
blog
page.
post. You
Even
could update a
page.
page.
Mhm.
It's just something new on your website. But yes, blogs are the easiest way, in my opinion, to do that every single, from month to month. It's just an easy, update for your customers based on your niche.
Hey guys, you said there was 5 things to do to rank a page. I got the first 2 written down. So I got header tags, alt tags. What are the other 3?
Your page title.
Page title.
So the header tag, which is your H1, which is that first primary thing, that's not necessarily the page title. So you want to make sure your page title has the keywords, the H1 on that page has the keywords, the first image on that page, the alt text on that has the keywords. That's the first 3. Your keyword needs to be in the first paragraph as recent as it can. That's number 4. I think I had a slide for this somewhere, but the number 5 is that you add schema with the keywords in it onto the page itself. So if you add the schema with the keywords, you add and use the dense NLP keywords that go along with that word, meaning write the content that's related to the word. So that's the number 1. It's got to be related content to the topic. If it is, then those are the 5 things with your keyword. You'll rank number 1, just like top SEO stars. And your URL matters, meaning the slug. I would say that's number 6. So the slug is that URL. So if it's like, if you're ranking for top SEO stars, it would be top-SEO-stars, and you could put that on any domain. The top SEO stars.com ranks just because it's in the TLD, but it could also have ranked if it was humjam.com/top-SEO-stars. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. We actually could have ranked it better on HumJam because we have much higher domain authority on HumJam. So that's another thing in there for another topic. But
Yeah, amazing.
but meaning HumJam could have ranked higher or quicker, but Top SEO Star had no domain authority, and we ranked at #1 for that, just using these techniques.
Amazing.
So just
Good.
to prove it, somebody said, "Can you do it?" It's like, watch.
Yeah, incredible.
Super easy. Yeah, thank you.
Again,
Thank you.
guys,
So-
like the speed of this, and guys, this resource is going to be in our training vault, as all our resources are. This, like as we said at the start, this is 10 years worth of knowledge that we're trying to cram into 60 minutes. So guys, keep the pace. I love it. And guys, just keep, come back, revise, take the notes. We'll keep going. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, cool. So step 2, again, is the same exact steps in step 1, except this time you're not doing it for yourself. Okay, this is, again, you'll hear this from every godfather of SEO known to man, from Bruce Clay to some that passed before us. Are you ranking against Google? Are you trying to combat Google? No, that's the wrong way to go about SEO. What we are trying to combat is your competition. That's the only thing we focus on, and the only thing we care about. We don't care about nobody else. Okay, just think about that. From an SEO perspective, the only people you're trying to beat is your competition. Google's just that's like you saying, I'm going to go against the playing field if you're a football player. No, you're not going against the playing field. That's what SEOs make the biggest mistake. They go against the playing field. They argue with the bat. That's not right. You need to go, how is that guy biting? Can I bat? So this is the competition. This is the main key here. And this is why we will beat just about anybody. Okay. Because we hone in on this, and it's the same exact process that we do for us. We pretend to be the competition. So we want to know so on our example, kind of fandom.com, when we use, as we were saying, SpyFu, we have a whole list of tools. But SpyFu is a tool that really makes this easy, and that you can search, kind of your competition. Like you can see, and that's what we're wanting to hone in, is see who our biggest competitors are and our biggest competition. And this is going to show us, of course, what would you imagine? Fine Art America. That's our biggest art gallery competition. So we're kind of looking down to say, we threw in the keyword. So if whatever you're trying to rank for, this is a tool where you can go, client said he wants to rank for Bugs Bunny painting. I need to know who's ranking for Bugs Bunny painting right now. Who's doing it? Okay. I need to know, and I need to know how they're doing it. And I need to know where their backlinks are, because guess what? I can copy their backlinks. I need to know what formula they're using. Can I beat their formula? If they're using 4 out of the 5 of the SEO, or if they're using 3 out of the 5, I know I can beat them if I use 5 out of 5. Does that make sense? We're going to do competition analysis. And so we're going to look down here and go, guess what? We're already ranking #1 for that. But we weren't always using this, because look at this. I want everybody to see this on the screen, because this is going to make you laugh. Domain strength, 44, 60, 65, 55. Look who's ranking. We're number 1
we
for
beat
this.
Pinterest, Etsy, Amazon, eBay, YouTube, the big guys that many people struggle to get past the barrier.
Yeah, and so you say, well, how did you do that? Like I ranked for advanced SEO course, and they're like, you beat Neil Patel and you have nothing. Like, how did you do that? And it's like, because we use this very simple, what we call harmonic SEO formula. Okay. And we say it in a sheepish way, because it's really so easy. It's like building a symphony or chords. If I gave you 3 notes to play a song, you're going to go, that's great. But if I give you 5 notes to play a song, you're going to go, where did all these harmonies come from? Why does this sound beautiful? Why
It's
is
just
this,
a
what am
whole
I getting?
nother layer to your content.
This is 5-dimensional marketing here. Go against us with 3 dimensions, you'll lose. 33 domain strength, we beat a 44, beat a 60, beat a 65. And that's only because we honed in on that step 1, what the searcher is looking for. So we made sure that page, we analyze Hotjar. Some of y'all maybe have used Hotjar, some tools. We use another tool to do this now, but we saw a bunch of grandmas spending loads of time. Okay. Loads of time. What? Remembering the olden days of Bugs Bunny. Okay. So we watch this and we go, what can we do to get these people to buy a really expensive painting? And so we created content, and the content worked, and it's ranking, and Google thinks it's great because we did those 5 things. And we analyzed this, meaning we said, who's ranking? They were ranking Pinterest. I think Pinterest was one of our targets. Etsy, certainly this was one of our targets. And so all we did is we then research them. So all you have to do to research them is just put them, like say fineartamerica.com. This is what's so cool about a tool like this, and virtually just about any tool. If I typed in Fine Art America into spyfu.com, this is going to give me the cheat codes to Fine Art America. Look at that. They're paying for 34,000 keywords. Wouldn't it be cool to know what these keywords were and I can target them with SEO? So that's what we do. Meaning when we're honing in on the competitor and they're ranking for 3 million keywords, like, you know, Fine Art America is kicking rear right here. Look at this. So guess what they also showed me? That's probably a competitor I could copy. That's probably a competitor I could copy. That's probably a competitor I copy. So I'll take that. And I got a spreadsheet for you over here in your competition research. You basically write down, you copy their URL, and then you copy their domain authority, and that PA stands for page authority, which is similar to domain authority, and then the rank. Where is that page ranking? And then tofu, mofu, meaning this is going to help you determine, you know, who your competition is. So you can go back to a tool like this, where is it, and kind of hone in and say, where's my other competitors? What are the keywords? Here's keywords. I can click on those and then gather a whole set of keywords that I didn't even know were there. Meaning, and then I can kind of look through these and
So
see.
so what you're saying is these competitors have spent hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, doing all the hard work for you. You can use
Correct.
a tool like this. You can come in, you can put their domain name in there and grab all their best keywords that you know are the most performing.
And even
all
see their
best
top
tags.
pages.
Yeah,
We can
exactly.
see their top pages. We can see their backlinks. Like what we'll do, we'll not only target their top pages and the keywords, but we'll also grab all their backlinks and send emails and say, hey, we noticed there's a backlink, whatever. Will you send us a backlink to our website? And generally they say yes.
No way. What the?
Mhm.
That's insane.
Now, right now, my internet's not pulling this up, but it should pull up all the backlinks, you know, to Fine Art America, and then you could target those on what we call
I
an
think
outreach
for
campaign.
bigger domains it takes longer because it's got more to analyze.
Yeah. But you see, these are all these types of things. We would literally go, one of our team members would go in and identify these top ones on an outreach campaign. You know, using a tool like your CRM tool, they easily could set this on an automated campaign and email using a tool that will find their email addresses to all these and message them directly and say, can we have a backlink? Can we have a backlink?
Do you pay for those backlinks?
In some cases, yes, and in some cases, no. Meaning the customary thing is to pay for it as a courtesy.
So that's a part of where this, you know, loops back around into the harmony of what we do, right? So, you know, at this point, when after you get the competitor research and you know, hey, I need to go after this link, then it all becomes about, you know, your semantic language and your backlinks and your media images and your click-through rate, right? So then it's up to Google basically to rank you for that keyword that you're targeting. So if you're looking for backlinks, typically what we do and specialize in is social media outreach, where you need to engage with people in your industry and your niche. So when you go into SpyFu and you see, oh, artworld.com is doing guest posts on, you know, Art Show Today, then you go, well, maybe I can do a guest post for Art Show Today as well. And so that's part of really what we do. Sure, low-hanging keywords that they're targeting, we want to target those all day. But most of where we get our easiest wins is seeing the places that are open to the public that they are on as well.
Mm-hmm. And then generally what we find is that, especially like Cartoon Network, different things, like for one client, I mean, if you're doing sneakers, you're going to find it for any different niche, you're going to see that these top main competitors share backlinks. And your competitor, if it's your competitor identified as your competitor, you're going to definitely want to have all the backlinks that they have if you're competing against them. And that means all the ones, if they have citations that are free to get, you've got to get on those citations. especially if they're topically relevant, like say best of the web. For a digital marketing agency and you're not on best of the web, you missed an important
Or,
citation.
Design Rush or agency,
Yeah, you need
any
to be
of
on
those.
Design Rush. Yeah, you need to, these are citations that your backlink profile needs, and you'd find this through your competitor research. Meaning you're going to find out what backlinks that your top competitor needs, and you're going to need those backlinks. Same way for keywords. Find out what your top competitor keywords are, and then you can now, and that's the next step, is adding them. Let's kind of get to that level, but the next step is, maybe we can get to a demo, is actually establishing that game plan, which is taking those keywords that you find in your competitive research and in your keyword research and say, this is the content we're going to create. This is like the earlier question was, what pages do I create? Do I create a service page, an article page, a blog page? Go ahead. Question?
Minutes, gentlemen. You have 5 minutes.
Nope, keep going.
Okay.
That's
Okay, go ahead.
keep going. You muted
You're
yourself.
on mute.
Hate it when that happens. This next part of this phase is your scientific research, meaning you set the keywords in the spreadsheet, and all that means is when we do the research, we'll come back, can't come back. We're going to definitely run out of time, but you take this research, and in the planning phase, I use Funnelytics. That's another tool. I know it's free. A lot of people who do funnels and things like that, check it out. It's a super easy tool to use. It's really cool. But you can kind of say, what are my top funnel pages? So this could be sneakers or running shoes, because running shoes, you may not know what you want. And then middle of the funnel could be, specific, like marathon shoes, because that's very specific. And then the bottom of the funnel could be shoe gallery, gallery shoes, kind of. So I'm typing that in. But so basically what you would do is you would kind of put in the keywords that's going to go with running shoes. So when you do this research, you're going to go, I need running shoes. I need, when you do that keyword research with our tool here, it's going to tell you all the tools. I need New Balance. When you research, you're going to need, I need that one, and you'll put it with your running shoes category. So you're going to make sure that it has those other keywords in that content. Okay, does that make sense? And then you're going to say, so my topic pages, category, running shoes, keyword, that's the keyword, the page name, that's where you're going to have to create the sludge. So the slug would be running -shoes. Okay, and the funnel could be top of funnel article. Does that make sense? And so my page is going to be running shoes. My keyword could be running shoes. And my category, of course, could be shoes. If you're doing a Shopify store or a WooCommerce store or whatever. So in this research, this is how we create the pages. So now we know the page we're going to create, where it belongs in the funnel, the keywords that goes along with it, and then you go create the page. And we use AI to do that a lot, meaning we use a lot of tools that will help us do that easily, where you take the keyword and take your set of keywords and throw it in there and create content or whatever. Or you can hire a writer. We hire writers to do really good content that we need, writers to do as well. But that's that third process here, which is taking all of the research in step 1 and 2. And let me get to that and basically establish that formula. Okay, so the action there would be search in Google and make a list of all potential competition, and then audit that, and then make a note of that, and then figure out where you're going to place that to your pages. We generally do. I'll show you this since we're running out of time, because you may want to see this just as an idea. Let me
Man,
show
I've got like 10 million questions. We're gonna have to talk after this.
Okay, we can talk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
just-
My brain is like going crazy.
Hopefully this will log me into the correct login. I usually got multiple logins for different things, but let's see, because I want to show you kind of how we lay out our Shopify stores, and hopefully this will make sense from that perspective. This is a better tool to lay out kind of a plan than, say, a spreadsheet.
And plus, it just looks really cool.
Yeah, if you're working with clients, these look really cool. It's fairly easy. If you're using different tools or whatever, you can easily add them. If you're using different shopping cart systems or whatever, if you're designing this for your client, you can design this using a tool like this, you know what I mean? Like, and show them the pages. Let me show you the, that's kind of how our setup is with our Shopify, because we use Zapier to move data. Maybe some of y'all may use, I don't know, but this is like kind of what I was saying in that last spreadsheet, or that last sheet, was how we designed this way. So you got your collection pages and then your product pages, and then we gear those collection pages and product pages around keywords, and then the blog post is around keywords. So this is keyword 1, keyword 2. This is any number of keywords that go in the blog to support those collections. Okay, this is internal links to support the collections. Then you got product 1, product 2. You could have thousands of products. Those collections support topically those products. Those products are all designed in the way in which and research that we talked about today. So that's kind of how we lay all that out in that formula. And so the action phase, of course, is to take everything that we learned, because as soon as we got all that, we know the pages to create, right? We know everything to do. And then the results is to track it all. And then you see the kind of, this is the whole thing, and we're kind of out of time. Let's see. I want to get to this, because if you fill this out, we're going to give you the spreadsheet that's in here with the audit and all these that go along with the 9 steps. If you just go to humjamcircle.com, it's completely free. And it's got the 9 sheets. It's got a harmonic growth community where what we're doing right now, we do weekly. Joey and I do this every single week with groups of marketers who come on, and we teach everything from SEO to email campaigns to how to write content correctly, how to get your stuff ranked on search engines. This is what we do. So that's what Hum Jam Circle is, because we love it. Like, we enjoy doing this. And so if you want to get on the free training that we do, again, what we're doing now, and we're going over, we ran out of time. We do this every single week. We teach about SEO, about email marketing, about CRM implementation, about all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that makes sense. If there is any questions, I know we're about out of time, and we didn't even get to demos. Like, oh no.
I know, we didn't even get to demos.
Like, oh man, like,
but I think we gave them, a lot of value, and hopefully showed that our knowledge and helped people today. So that's what it's all about.
100%. You guys have added so much value. I've got so many people messaging me going, "These guys are incredible. Thank you so much." So, guys,
awesome.
That's good to hear.
And remember, I want this on the screen so people can just see this though. So write that down, humjamcircle.com. But where did it go?
You just turned it off.
We're looking at it.
There you go.
Yeah, this is what
there we go.
Everybody needs to focus on this one, because this is the harmony is right here. There. Harmonic SEO, harmonic social, your CRM, you know what I mean? This is kind of the cat's me out right here. So everybody focusing on creating the perfect agency, this is that formula. So hopefully that helps, and this helped with that process for everybody.
Dude, that was very, very, very cool. This is
cool. Awesome.
Thank you so much, guys. You guys have been incredible. We've got 2 minutes. I just want to show everybody a quick little fail that we had recently. So I'm going to stop your sharing.
Yep. I'm gonna get off.
And appreciate the opportunity, by the way.
Thank you.
No, you guys are amazing. We appreciate you coming into our circle. This is so cool.
I wish we had this presentation a couple of weeks ago, because I'm going to show you why in a second. So here's something that we're launching. It's called SaaS by Mr. X, right? And it's for SaaS companies, SaaS by Mr. X, and this guy is freaking amazing. He's achieved a lot. We have never ever seen such low delivery rates ever. And we're sitting here pulling our hair out going, we've sent this to 5,000 people. How the hell are we only getting 20% opt-ins? Our usual is about 40% open. And then when we started up the Instagram account kept getting banned. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with this? Why are they banning us, right? So guys, the lesson that Joseph said, he said URLs are important. Our URL is SaaS by Mr. X. The machines are thinking that we're saying ass by Mr. X. So now we have to go in and we have to change all the branding around this thing. And that's going to be...
Oh my God. That is amazing.
That's so innocent. So anyway,
that is so amazing. That's a great story.
A couple of things that you guys mentioned. In Comet Suite, go here, click on SEO metadata. Fill this out, fill out your title, fill out the description. Obviously, I haven't done that there. Fill out the keywords, which he's talked about, how to find those right keywords. Put the images in, and this is what it's going to show up like in your Google. And when you share the links to other people, then what else did you talk about? You talked about images. Now on here, if you click on an image, just go down here and fill out the alt text and fill out.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Because
for sure.
These simple little things are going to show up on Google Images. You're going to show up in Google.
So much. Yeah.
Can I ask what you put in the alt text? Because I am really confused about alt text.
Yeah, so imagine you're a blind person and you describe it best for somebody who can't see it. Like if it's a picture of a person on their computer, then just say person on their computer. You know what I'm saying? Just be honest with it. The alt text and the alt images, you want to kind of sync it up to your keywords, but if it is what it is sometimes.
And you put it on every single photo on the
not the same. You don't stuff. Do not stuff.
Yeah. Not the same words, but basically just describe it as if you're describing it to a blind person.
Let me give you the formula. Here's the rock star formula. Each image should go with the subhead, an H2, okay? And if you have images down your page, there should be H2 that goes along with it. The alt image that's going along under the section of the H2, each H2 needs to be a secondary keyword. And your alt tag would be the keyword directed at that H2 on the page. So your H1, your top image is the main keyword. The main alt H1 on that is the main keyword. Then you have a ton of subheadings. All those subheadings, that keyword needs to be a sub keyword of the overall thing. Okay, so each subheading needs a sub keyword, and each one of those subheadings needs an image. In each one of those images, you put the sub keyword in the alt text of that image. Does that make sense?
Amazing.
So basically,
it's an easy formula. It's an easy formula. If you do that, it's going to be topically relevant, and Google will think you're writing for a blind person, and that's how you rank content.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing, guys. We're going to wrap. So one of the big takeaways for me was that you're talking about creating a page specifically for every single keyword. Can I just ask, are you then building silo links? Are you like making sure that every single mention of a specific page is linking to another internal page? To make sure that everything is interlinked between pages. Okay, cool. Awesome.
That is again one of the biggest strategies. I'll let Joey talk about the biggest strategies that people don't understand, but that really moves the dial.
Nice. Cool.
It's not link wheeling. It's like link harmony again. That's our little special. It's more like, if it fits somewhere else, or you mention this page somewhere else, like the lawn care, you have that main service page. And then, when you have your targeting page for your city, you link back that on your main page to give that other page authority.
I love it. Cool. Amazing. Wow, guys, like I'm so impressed by the knowledge that you brought to this, and like just look at the comments. It's just incredible to bring that kind of understanding to SEO. And I'm personally going to go back and watch again with I've taken 3 pages of notes, but I'm going to go back again and like double that.
Wow.
So thank you so much, guys. This has been incredible.
And everybody here, if you Google or YouTube Joseph S. Kahn, there's a full SEO fundamentals course there available from SEO Power Suite from me teaching everything.
Hey, what was that one, Joseph? Like, let me drop it in the chat here.
If you Googled our YouTube Joseph S. Kahn, or even YouTube/Joseph S. Kahn, the whole training is in there.
Amazing.
And I also wrote the schema certification for Rank Ranger.
Wow.
So there's courses in there. So
incredible, amazing. Thank you so much. This is incredible stuff, guys. Thank you again. And team, this is our masterclass. This is included with our membership. Every single week, we're bringing people and the best from around the world. Today, we have had the best from around the world in SEO talking to us about how we can get more results by doing simple things. Thank you so much for your time. From Chris, myself, and Johan, it's the greatest honor and privilege of our lives to be associated with you and to help you grow your businesses. Thank you for giving up the time this morning. We look forward to being of service to you, and see you on our next session. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.